This is a video case study of a project that I've done for one of my clients. He's a co-founder of a US-based SaaS company specialized in developing solutions for hotel renovation contractors. And he wanted to expand his offerings with some AI solutions. And in this video, I'll show you a demo of a process, how AI finds leads for hotel renovation contractors. I will also show you results of what it found, how many results it found, how much it costs, and also show you a little trick that I used to make AI more trustworthy for this specific application. Let's start with a little context. So if you are a hotel renovation contractor in Los Angeles, ideal lead for you may look something like this. A small model, a two-star hotel that needs a renovation, obviously, and preferably it needs it urgently. And if you will go about searching such leads, you typically will hire a contractor to do this for you. But the process will look something like this. I might look for models or two-star hotels in Los Angeles. For example, I found this one, Welcome Inn. And I will look for Google reviews that might indicate that this model has an outdated furniture that needs renovation. So I might type, this a Google review, a search bar. So I might want to go for newest reviews, and I might say something like old, right? So I might assume that reviews that have a word old might say something like there's an old furniture, something like that. And again, the manual, the human process, I would need to read through them. Honestly, great, blah, blah, blah. Now to read through them, and if there are many reviews that indicate something like there's an old furniture, look at this, then I might consider it as a potential qualified lead. The next place where I can look at is this public information about permits. So for example, for this is the same hotel, Welcome Inn. You can see here they have a permit, but it's old. It's like from 1999. So it doesn't seem like they were doing some renovations recently. So it might also confirm that it's a good lead. The other thing that I want to look at is it a chain or is it an independent hotel, right? Ideally, I want an independent hotel, and sometimes they might not explicitly say, hey, we are part of a chain, right? But there might be some indications of it on the website or on the web. So basically, I manually look through these things one by one, and it takes a lot of time to find like a handful of qualified leads that by the time I process all this information, maybe they'll find another hotel renovation contractor. We want to do this more quickly, more efficiently. And this is where AI can be useful. Now, in this part, I will show you the demo, and I'll show you a little trick that I mentioned already that I use to basically to squeeze out from AI, to squeeze out the good judgment from AI. Let's put it like this. So it's an application that I created for the client. So we can see here, the first step is to just enter basic search criteria, an address and the radius. So basically I want to search within 10 miles from this radius and some other settings. So let's start search, and what happens right now is AI agent has started work, and we can see here all the steps that it will go through. So right now it actually goes to Google search, Google Maps, and it opens this specific address, and it looks in this 10-mile radius to see if there are any properties. First it needs to just find them. Locate hotels by features, it found 5 properties. In this case, because small radius and small limit that we set. Okay, now now we can see it classified ownership. So this is important to understand that it actually reads the information about each hotel, and it decides if it's independent or chain. Maybe there's an explicit like, hey, we are part of a chain of US, whatever, like model chain. Now we can see in this step it actually went to the internet and read through the reviews for each hotel, right? So this is the key part. It actually reads the entire reviews. For example, if I go here and if I search for keywords like old furniture, but or what if a review is in Spanish? Or what if someone made a typo like old? We'll never find this. Uh, we'll never find this review, and we might misqualify some leads because of this manual process. But with AI, what it does is reads all reviews. It has all context, was the hotel, and so on, and kind of uses it to understand if the lead is qualified or not. And the last step, it computed a score. We'll see in a minute what it means. And here's the result. It's already there. Here are the details. So as we can see here, at the top is a most qualified lead. Partial refurnishing needed. So it found this modern hostel. In this case, let's view details. Now, and here's this trick that I wanted to show you. So if you think about like a high school student who have done like a mathematics homework, and the teacher just looks at the homework and it's just like an answer, only answers like A, B, C, and the teacher is like, okay, well, how did you come up with the answer? What's the process? What was the reasoning? And if the student can't answer, then he doesn't understand it, right? Same with AI. For example, if I just ask it, hey, what's the score based on reviews, based on all information you get, then it says, let's say it says 0.7, and it kind of looks suspicious, and I kind of want to I have an urge to double check it, right? I have an urge to actually go and like Google this hotel and to actually like read the reviews to make sure that this score makes sense. But what I can do is similar how teacher asks student, hey, how did you solve it? Can you explain? I can ask AI, hey, why do you think this score makes, what do you think the score of this hotel should be? And we can see here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Analysis for property, modern hostel, so this particular property. Multiple reviews, explicit site furniture and room condition issues. And here we can see it quotes the actual Google review. If I just copy this, go to the search of reviews, there's an actual review that says the bunk beds were pretty shaky. And I'm not a large guy. Okay, so the point is, the purpose of this trick is to make AI explain why it thinks so. And what it does is, like, for me, it increases my trust in it. I can read through this explanation and like, okay, it makes sense, right? And I can make sure that it actually did the job, that it actually read through reviews. Now, in this particular version, it doesn't, so the agent doesn't go to this permits. But after the project has been completed, after this version has been completed, I hand it off to client's team to expand this, because we can also like search in Facebook. For example, if there's like a Facebook group for motel owners, and if some person says, hey, I'm an owner of this motel in Los Angeles and I need a furniture renovation, and this was posted like 5 minutes ago, then it's a hot lead, like we can reach out, right? So there are many like possibilities and room to grow. So that's pretty much it. And one last thing that I wanted to show you, which is pretty interesting. So as I said before, this AI agent actually goes live and reads all Google reviews. But what if I go to ChatGPT and like kind of ask it to read reviews for me? What will happen? So let's just copy this Google Maps address. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's say, please read all Google reviews. So for me, it's pretty easy to just open this and read all reviews. But for ChatGPT, I can't open or read Google reviews directly from links. Well, copy paste reviews here. So I have to copy paste. It asks me to copy paste. Well, it's pretty unfortunate because I don't want to copy paste. I just want AI to do the job, which my solution did. So that's it. Hopefully it was helpful. And if you are in a completely different industry, then uh, hopefully you can basically like see an example of a real AI application, how other peoples and industries are using it, and maybe you can get inspired of how it can be used in your specific industry. Thank you.